Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of We Got Skills basic Minecraft 1.8 tutorials or any other version of Minecraft. There are some new recipes in this version of Minecraft, but there are also plenty of things that still apply to the old versions. So today we are going to try a little something new. There's all kinds of different methods people use to mine, and I'm getting kind of low on resources, so I thought today would be a good day to go mining again. And I'm going to show you what I call safety mining, but which is also called staircase mining. And I like it because if you do it methodically, it's a good way and a safe way to mine, and it cuts down on the instances of getting, mobbed by mobs before you're ready. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is go over a checklist of things to bring with you when you mine. Now, I'm going to already break the rules immediately because I don't have enough of something, but I'll tell you why. The first thing you're going to want is your weapon. So make sure you have at least one weapon. I have my sword here. I have a handy dandy chest with all my stuff in it. The bow I have is about to break, so I am actually going to make a new one. So I'll show you how to do that if we haven't already done it. Your bowstring is always going to be straight. I try to remember that. That way I remember how to lay it in. And then the wood is curved like a real bow. So there we go. I always like to keep my bow right in slot number 5. That's just my preference. Now I'm going to put these back in. And the second thing, you're going to want the rest of your tools. I have an iron or a stone pick that's about to break, but also an iron pick. Got my shovel and my axe. Now I know that is about to break, but I'm not going to make a new one yet, and that's part of the reason we bring some of these other supplies. Next, you have your tools and your weapon or weapons. I'm going to get my arrows. You have to have some arrows in your stash to use a bow. I don't think we've used it a lot yet, but then you want your armor. So I'm going to go ahead and re-equip that. Just wanted to have that in the checklist. So the best armor you have for, if you're mining down below, you want to have good armor. So next thing, you want food, because if you get hungry, you don't want to have to come back up to the surface, especially if you're pretty far away. I have only 2 cooked pork chops right now, but I have 15 wheat, so I'm going to make some bread with that, which is really easy. Just drag it right across. Drag your 3 in a row and you get bread. That'll make us 5 loaves, so that'll keep us for a little while. And who knows, we might find something down there, but when you're exploring the overworld, you're more likely to find food than when you're mining. So next, you want some torches to light your way down there. So I like to keep mine in slot number 9. You probably get in a habit once you start playing a lot. So just stuff you like. Some wood is always good. I have some planks, and I'm also going to grab some sticks I have on hand because they're good for making stuff. And the wood is for making things when you're down there, like a crafting table or other things you might need, like a chest. Like if you get pretty far down, you might want to put your stuff in a chest, especially if you don't have keep inventory on, because if you die, you don't want to lose everything. So if you put some of your valuables in the chest, if you're worried about it, that's a good way to save your stuff, because when you do die, your stuff goes flying everywhere, but it'll despawn in like 5 minutes. So if you're not able to get back to it, you'll lose it all. So that's why having wood is a good idea. And you also want wood to make extra weapons, extra equipment, a new pickaxe. That's probably the thing you'll make the most down there. If you have any extra iron or diamonds, if you're up that far, if you think your stuff might break. And also a good stack of cobble is good, or part of a stack of cobble. But I only have one, but I'm not going to worry about it too much, because actually you'll get a lot of cobble while you're mining. Pretty soon you'll have seen more cobble than you ever want to see. So we have our weapons, armor, food, wood, stone. If you can, bring some gravel or sand, because it makes great what we call elevators, and I'll get to that as soon as I can once we have some, but I didn't have any right now. Also, optional things include, your torches and or coal. If you don't have a lot of torches, as long as you have coal and sticks, you're good. Optional things include a bed, a crafting table, and a furnace. I usually don't take a bed, but some people you know, once you're down underground, it really doesn't matter if it's day or night. It just matters if it's dark or light. Because if it's dark, the monsters will come out. Just like now. I see them wandering around outside my house. But when you're underground, they can come down. They can come out during the daytime because it's dark in the mines. So that's why we ring the torches and try to light the place up. But if you, for whatever reason, the one good reason to bring a bed is that if you're mining and expect to be down there a long time and want to reset your spawn point in your mine, because whenever you sleep in your bed, it resets your spawn point. So if you die, like if I die right now, the last place I slept was right here, so I will spawn inside this house. But if I took my bed somewhere else and then slept in it at night, then my new spawn point would be there. As far as the crafting table and the furnace goes, it's fine if you want to bring them, but I bring my wood and my stone, and that way I can make them. Now there's always a good layer of stone down below, so we'll hopefully run into that. So the staircase mining, my safety mining I like to call, because I usually start it right inside my house. So, and I build a little stairway, and later we can even, once we have a lot of cobble or something, or a lot of wood, we can actually line it with actual stairs. But right now we're just going to make a block stairway. And you see, once you get down a few layers, look at that, all that, you'll start to see stone. And the stone, when you mine it, of course, becomes cobble. So, and I often build 1, 2, or 3 wide, but today I'm just going to go 1 wide just to show you what's needed. And the idea of this is you're not just jumping into a cave where some mobs could have spawned already. You're just taking it one time and you're lighting it up as you go along. And see, there broke my stone pick. But look, if I wanted to, I've already got 13 cobble, and I can go up and make a new one. And I actually think I will, since I'm still right up here. It'll only take me a second. I don't even have to come up all the way. And that's just because I want to save my iron pickaxe for things that my stone cannot handle, until I have a lot more iron than I do now. Now, once you've got plenty of iron, if you want to use an iron pickaxe most of the time, that's fine. It's just, as far as efficiency goes, you're probably good with your stone and saving that iron to make sure it's there when you need to mine redstone or diamonds. So I got some nice granite. This is granite. I don't know if we've come across this before. It's pink stuff, and when you, let me see if I get one more. You can make polished granite super easy, and by doing this, just put 4 together and you got nice pretty polished granite. So I'm going to keep it in this form right now, though, just as a matter of taking up less space in my inventory, because if I have granite and polished granite, I'll have it, you know, 2 stacks. So I'm not going to make a point of collecting it, just because I'll wait to see if I have something I want to build with it. But I am going to get coal, because, you know, it's good to have, and it also gives you, in case you haven't noticed, those little experience bubbles when you mine it. That's good, especially if you're not fighting a lot. You need to get your experience wherever you can, which is going to come in handy later for enchanting. Now, your experience will go away if you die, if you have keep inventory on, I don't think you lose your experience. But if you do not, if you're just playing basic old survival Minecraft, then you will lose your XPs if you die. So it's a good idea to enchant when you can, but we need a few things before we can enchant, and that's part of the reason I wanted to start mining again and getting some more supplies. So one thing is that different ores are available at different levels, and the ones that are most, I mean, coal you can get pretty much anywhere. I think iron is more available from level 50 and down or so. Although, look on the Minecraft wiki to be 100% sure. Okay, did you just hear that echoing noise? Or that kind of funny noise? That just indicates that there's a cave somewhere nearby. You may or may not run into it, because it could be to your left, to your right, right in front of you, right below you. So, but just be careful and know that it's there. Now, to find out what your height level is in Minecraft, you can hit F3, and where you see where it says block, -295, 51, and -607, and also your XYZ right above it. It's the Y value, the 51. So we're not down very far yet, but Usually the surface, if you're not in the mountains, is about 64 or so. So, but we'll keep heading down. Now, the cool level you want to get to is diamonds, which are available level 15 or lower. And there's some, you know, and then we can start, if we get diamonds, we can get a diamond pick and we can mine things like obsidian, so. And, yeah, I'm glad I have iron, because it's good when you're mining down in the lower world. You'll definitely see more lava. And when you see the lava, it's good to have a bucket of water around. Oh, look, we found some iron. Very cool. Good to have iron. And see, now we've just been mining a few minutes and I already have almost a full stack of cobble. So we'll definitely be able to make a furnace. And did I bring coal? Oh, I found coal, so I'll be able to cook that iron even when I'm down in the mine. So, and that is always a good thing. And I often do. I set it down and have it smelting while I'm mining nearby. Now, I'm going to want to be able to go back up these stairs. So when I actually cut into my staircase, I make sure and put down a block of cobble in its place. Now later, these aren't actually stairs, but later we may replace these with stairs, especially if we find some good stuff down there. So we can go up and down them a lot more easily, because right now I have to hit my spacebar and jump up every time. But if we put stairs in there, you can just run up. And also when you do the jump up version of going up the stairs, it actually makes your character hungry, whereas using the stairs does not. So those are a few handy tips. So oh, and there's some gravel. That's good. See, I thought we might find some. I'm glad we did too. Like I said, it can come in really handy later. Now, once you have like a stack of gravel or about that, I wouldn't worry about getting more, but it's handy for two things. One is the gravel itself for making gravel elevators. You might want to use it to make paths and stuff. But also, every once in a while when you hit one, you have a chance of getting flint instead of gravel. And there's some right there. And flint can be used to make both flint and steel, which is used to set things on fire, and arrows. So you need arrows, a stick, and a feather or flint, a stick, and a feather to make arrows. So you can see every once in a while when I mine out this gravel, I'll get a flint instead. And that's kind of cool, because if you're really desperate for flint, you can just keep setting your gravel down and keep digging it up again, and you'll get flint out of some of them. So let's see how many I have. It's getting kind of dark over here, so I'm going to put up a torch. Okay. Okay, I'm almost good. There's just a ton of gravel right here. Which is good, because if we get down an area where there's a big drop-off, you can use gravel as an elevator, because it actually drops, as you can see. The one thing you don't want to be doing is standing right underneath this, because it can suffocate you when it falls down. So, okay, we have a whole stack, so I'm going to leave it at that. And come back over here. I mean, I could close this up if I wanted to, but I don't think it's worth the time at this. I'm just going to leave it and come back to where I was digging before. And the best thing, also, the best way to get gravel is with a shovel. That's the most efficient. It's good to know which items you should use which tools with. So, as far as gravel, dirt, and sand, those are all good for the shovel. Now, anything stone, you probably want to use a pick. Anything made out of wood, you probably want to use an axe. So, there are some more. Is that diorite or andesite? I always get those mixed up. What are we picking up? Andesite. Okay, that's the gray. The diorite is the white. So, and as far as how often to put up torches, just when it starts to get dark to you, if you're low on torches, wait until it's really dark. But the darker, you don't want to leave a trail of darkness up behind you. And that reminds me why I brought the door. I'm going to go back up here. I know. Crawling all the way back up the way we came. And show you why I brought the door. Once we open up any area of cave or leave anything dark, I'm going to make sure this is not going to be too dark. You have the chance of monster spawning. And so often what I do here is, I'll show you two things in one here. First, I'm going to dig this back I should go up first, really. I'm going to go up back to my crafting table and make a ladder. And you use sticks for that. 3 down both sides and 1 here. So I'm going to get my ladder. Where did my door go? I could have swore I brought a door. I left it in a chest. I would have had to come back for it anyway. Okay, this is how I'm opening up this big space down here, and I want to make sure that I don't accidentally let some mobs in. So what I'm going to do is make a little area, and I'm going to close it up. See, enough to where I can get through. And then I'm going to put a door there. So, where's my door? There's my door. I'm going to put it right there and there. And most mobs cannot come through the door. Villagers can, but you don't really worry about villagers. And then I'm going to right click with my ladder on this wall and put up my ladder. There you go. You can leave the top one. And then you can just jump down and take your ladder down. And there you go. Now mobs won't be able to get up the stairs even if you happen to forget and leave it all dark. And this is one of the reasons I call it safety mining, is I always try to make sure that excuse me, that the mobs can't get in my house, even though I dig right out of my house. So when I start, I'm safe because the monsters can't get in my house unless I'm playing in hard mode. You know, hard difficulty. If you play in hard, they can't actually knock down those wooden doors. But otherwise, you're good. Okay, and let's go back to the bottom of our staircase and resume our mining operation. Oh, and there goes my axe. So what I can do now is I can go ahead and make that crafting table. Like I said, if you want to make it before you come down, go for it, because that'll work too. I just set it down. And now that I have plenty of wood, I can even make 2 if I want to save some time. So, or 3 if you think you're going to be down here a while. I'm going to make 2. I'll put them over here. And then I'll pick my crafting table back up for later. I won't keep making them over and over again. And keep going. Oh, look. Great. More iron. And I will mine that iron. At least in this stage of the game, is really useful to have around. We can replenish your armor. We'll want to make buckets with it. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with iron. Later on in the game, you can make iron golem if you want. Things like that. So, which those pumpkins will need too. You'd think pumpkins were good for nothing, but they are. They are actually good for something. Okay, let's see where we are now. We're at 28. We're getting down there. Now, yeah, I usually do a double staircase, like I said, side by side, 2 blocks wide, but that does take longer. And this is fine. I do it to just increase the chances of me running into some iron and things like that, especially early in the game. But you can find plenty of iron stuff at lower levels too. Now, you may run into a cave sooner rather than later. It just depends on the layout. Now, if you listen really carefully, I just heard a skeleton moving. And I hear water flowing. So we are probably near a cave somewhere. So you want to be careful about your mining. And where you're stepping. You don't want to step out into the abyss, because there can be ravines down here too. Not just above ground. So now, as far as geography goes, we should be like behind our house somewhere. Underground behind our house. I'll go ahead and grab some more coal. Because really, until you have stacks and stacks of it, you know, once you have a few stacks of it, I guess you can always take a break from mining it if you get tired of it. Yes, I think there is a cave nearby. Did you hear the zombie talking to us? Yeah. So just be careful. You don't want to open up an area to have them come barging in. But this is why we bring our weapons and armor. See, the thing is, they could be above us, or they could be below us, so... And you could suddenly knock down 1 block and open it onto a big cavern, so... I'm going to go ahead and put up a torch in here. You can just fill it in if you want with cobble or block it off. It's totally up to you. how neat you want to keep things. Sometimes I hear those and then I end up passing them up without ever seeing them. Sometimes it's hard to pinpoint exactly where they are. Now we're 16, we're almost at diamond level. So hopefully we'll find a cave, and if we don't, then we may start a little branch mining operation. And eventually I'm sure we'll run into a cave. Now we can always try going left or right and try to find the cave if you want to, because often in caves like that where the monsters are, you can find resources as well. Now I'm gonna probably want to stop at about level 12, and 11 is fine too, and start looking, like opening up my area a little bit and looking for resources. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of make a little base here at level 12. That's a good area to find diamonds as well as other things. And I can open up, make a little base here, and then start branch mining. Maybe we'll even find those zombies and skeletons we keep hearing. So you can learn about 2 kinds of mining today. The first was staircase mining, a safe way to get from your house down into the mines. And like I said, we can lay stairs up there in the future if we want. But we found, just doing that, we got 7 flint, we got a stack of gravel, lots of cobblestone already, 2.5 stacks, 48 coal. I mean, it's a good start, you know. So let me see. Because I'm just going to open this up some. I think I'm going to make it 4 by 4 or 4 deep. Okay, that looks good. And we can lay down our crafting table and our bench here, our crafting bench, and we can take a note of this if you're keeping track of coordinates and not just doing the old, try to figure out where you're going. And you'll know where it is, so how to get back to it if you get deeper in the mine. So I'll definitely put some of my coal in there, get my iron smelting, put up some torches, of course. So, and I think it really sounds like these guys are over here in the cave. I hear the water. So I'm going to want to go that way. And since it seems like there's water over there, I'm going to take a bucket. And maybe even 2. Now, I don't have enough iron for 2 buckets. I just have enough for 1. So here, I'm going to go ahead and make a bucket. Like I said, just 3 iron right there. So, and while we're here, I might as well make a chest. So I have room to get the resources if I come across them. So this will be our little base. And I'm going to put my extra cobble in there. My andesite and granite are really no good to me down here. Or my diorite. So I'm going to keep the coal. No, actually I'm not. Maybe keep the sticks in case I need to build. Dirt is always good to have. It's like gravel with the... And I don't have any feathers, to make arrows right now. So I'll leave that flint here. So, okay, well let's start what we call... Gonna let that... Yeah. Okay. Take a little extra iron with me. We'll call... This is what they call branch mining. And I'm going to start right here. And I'm trying to think of... Yeah, actually I should dig one more deep here before I start that. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Now this is going to be a small branch mine just to give you the idea of how it works. And it may end up being bigger later if I just come down here looking for resources. So, okay. So, when you start a branch mine, you're going to want to you just dig down in a line. You can do a 2 tall if you want, since that's how big your character is, or you can do 3. I usually do 3. Don't know why. And then you'll dig down just a predetermined amount of blocks. I usually do it till I can, say, set down 3 torches. When I get to the end of that line, I'll come back up. And then you start 2 blocks later, or you can move over, like just turn to the right and come back up. And we'll go ahead and do at least 2 branches. Now this is assuming we don't run into a big cave, and look what we found! Oh my gosh! That is just awesome. Now you need and iron pick to mine what is right here before us as our wonderful diamonds. I can't believe I found that 2 blocks into a branch mine. That's just awesome. So, always dig around it because sometimes they are catty corner to each other. Yay! Achievement, get diamonds. Awesome. So, like I said, always dig around it because sometimes they're catty corner to each other, and if you just dig in a straight line, then you may not find all the diamonds that are there. And we've got like 6. That's actually pretty good. They don't usually occur in super big clusters, so I'm just digging around and make sure we get it all. Okay, I think we got it. So look at that, we got 6 diamonds. So now if we need to, and I think I will go back right here and make a diamond pick. Because the one thing you cannot get... Oh, I don't need to make sticks, I have sticks. The one thing you cannot get with iron picks is obsidian. And if we come across some, we'll want to get some for later. So I'm going to put the extras away. And later when we have a lot more, we can make armor with diamonds, which is even stronger than the iron armor we have now. I'm going to go back to my stone pick now for now. And keep digging away here. Oh, look, we found another new ore. This, my friends, is called lapis lazuli. And it is a dye, mainly. Although now, in 1.8, you can use lapis to help you with enchanting. Before, all it was basically good for was dyeing or decorating. So, you'll pick some up. And you can mine it with a stone pick. Even though it is one of the lower ores, like available lower. I'm not sure the exact level, but I always find some when I'm mining for diamonds, so. Hey, and some more iron while we're at it. Now, you can mine your whole line and then come back up and get whatever ore you found, or you can just go ahead and dig it out while you're there. Okay, let's see if I missed any. Yep, I did, see? That's why I say I always like dig around, especially because sometimes in a cluster they'll be diagonal to each other and you won't find all of the resource if you just go. I keep feeling like we're sounding closer and closer to the water and to the zombies. And because we're nearby, they're going to keep spawning back there, so wherever they are. Since I'm so close, I'm just going to stick this in. Look, we've already got quite a bit of iron, so. Okay, so I'm going to keep going in my little line here. Keep wondering where the monsters are. Yeah, sometimes you can go to your end of your line. Up there comes the gravel. That's why you never. That is why one of the rules in Minecraft is never dig straight up or straight down, because you can suffocate yourself with gravel or sand, or drown yourself with. Because, okay, look, I have my particles turned on last time for We turned on the particles last time so we could see the love mode in the chickens, and now I've still got them on, and you can see these little water droplets coming down, and that means there is water up there. So that's where my cave is, so I would be especially careful about mining straight up over there. At least if you mine back a little bit, you have a minute to cover up the spot where the water's coming out. And so they may be all above us, the monsters. We may have gotten down below them. But you never know. They could be in front of us too, so. But that's what those blue droplets are. Now, if there's lava nearby, you'll see little smoke particles coming through, so. Okay, so we got, yeah. Did I see? I was wondering if I saw a cave. No, I think it's just that I'm getting more gravel here. We definitely have some scary sound accompaniment. We're getting tons of gravel. With that chicken farm up there, we're going to be able to... We ought to be able to make lots of arrows. I only have, what, 7 right now. Just need to breed chickens, but we'll actually have to start killing the chickens before we can get their little feathers, unfortunately, but Chickens, ducks. They look more like ducks, but they sound like chickens. Okay. So I think I'm going to go far enough to have to put one more torch down. Then if I don't, you know, then I'll turn around and start another branch. I like to see a switch to my shovel when I hit the dirt. Almost to the end of the line. Okay. I'm going to take out that one more block with this. I'm going to put my torch down here, and I'm going to head back up. I'm going to go back up here so I can make another pick. See how many picks I've gone through already? 3, I think. Although the one was already kind of... Okay. I got stone coming out my ears here. So I'm going to make another pick. We can put some of this stuff in the chest. Go ahead and get this iron cooking. We're going to have tons, which is good. Okay, I'm going to leave that here. Don't need the flint. I can put the lapis in there. Okay, and okay. So what we're going to do now, instead of moving just 1 over, we're going to move 2 over. Because this block is 2-sided, if we went down here, we would have already seen it. Any ores that were right along the wall. So if we move 2 over, we'll just see any ores that are along this wall and this one, as well as any that are exposed by our mining. So that's what the theory is behind branch mining. Now, you can go on the wiki and other places to discuss what the most efficient ways of mining are. Sometimes just cave wandering is the best way to get stuff, but if you don't have an obvious cave near you, then you can try this out. Or you can just start, you know, like mining it at various intervals and to see what you get. Okay, this is redstone, which is basically, it's a conductive, so it kind of lights up when you mine it. And it's used to power things in Minecraft, like pistons and other things. And once you're down at this level, trust me, you'll get plenty of redstone. I never have, and I'm not a big redstone builder, so not that I don't want to. I want to learn more about it, and I plan to. But it's just, some of it's really easy. Like you can light up a redstone lamp with it. You can make redstone torches, which are also used to power things. And let's see, more gravel. This is like gravel central down here. Sometimes I go really far and never find very much gravel, but it's not that rare. It's just depending on where you are. I see some more redstone back there. Just trying to get it out of my way here. Now I'm gonna put my shovel up, because unless I find a mine shaft, I'm probably not gonna need it. See, you can try with a stone, and it might. If you try to mine something with a lower value pick than you need, you'll just destroy the item instead of mine it. So, and it takes a lot longer too. So that should give you the hint that it's not working. I can tell. Yep, there's the water dripping down again. So I'm pretty sure that cave we're hearing is above us. Now, I'm going to do a funny thing here, but I want to make sure my mines are about the same length. So I'm actually going to go back down this other one, and then just dig to the right. 2, and then I'm going to go up, and I should run into the spot where I was mining before. Okay, I'm going to put this on the end here so I don't dig through it. Okay. But I think this has already been a successful mining trip, because we found some diamonds, some redstone, some lapis. The only thing I haven't seen yet is gold. So, let's see if we can find some gold. And gold is actually not terribly useful. There are a couple things it's good for, but it's not the first thing you're looking for. Diamonds, much better. And iron. I mean, as far as just practical uses, iron is probably the most And I'm wasting my iron, speaking of. Sometimes I get the wrong pick in my hand. And it's like, it's fast. I like it. But I want to save it for the good stuff. Although we already have tons more iron than we did before, but we could still use a lot more. Yep. We are not short on gravel, so that's why I felt comfortable going out without gravel and stone. Without cobble. Don't tell me, did I not go over far enough? Let me see. What did I do here? 1, 2. I must have done wrong up here. Usually I leave 2 blocks in the middle. Let's see. Oh, I left 3 in the middle. No wonder. Now we have to dig this out just to make sure we didn't miss anything. Haha. Yes, you should leave 2 blocks between your branches. So we'll go ahead. This shouldn't take too long. And then maybe, just for funsies, we'll dig up into that. We'll try to dig up and see if we can find that mine that we're hearing. Because it might lead to other new fun things. We'll go to where we hear the monsters. Okay. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find some of those water droplets. Well, we don't really want to come right underneath the water, but okay. I'm going to try to make a little stairway or something to get up there. Okay, and then we'll dig through the floor and see if we can find anything. I'm going to put a torch right here so it'll be easy to see. Yeah, you see how much louder it's getting? Oh my gosh, it's kind of scary. Ah! Yeah, there's the water. Now I'm going to have to swim up there and block it. Okay, I just put it in a cobblestone where the water was coming out. I'll try going sideways and see if I don't drown myself again. I don't know how far that water is. Ah, yeah, look at that. Look at the skellies. Hey, if I get up here, I might be able to... You can't swipe at their feet, and the skeletons at least cannot get... Or the zombies cannot get to you when there's only 1 block open there. Come here, come here. Yay, kill the zombie. And there's plenty of them. And see, there's a... Oh, creeper. Eee. Don't want to blow up my head. Okay, now I can... Yeah, get his feet. Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Okay. If I dig right here, this water is going to come down on my head again, so... Now, be ready. We're going to get... Okay. Yeah, I knew you guys were up here. I heard you. Now, water is harder to walk in, so it's probably better you stay out of it if you can. Now, when it's a skeleton, that's another story, but... Okay, now, I like to put up 2 torches if there's an area where I'm going up or down. So, oh look, what did I do? I somehow got the water going down into my other mine. Nope, that's not working. I gotta fix that. And what I can do is actually try to find the water source. And you'll see it as the source block is where it's coming out of the wall. And if you block that, it will stop. Let's see if I can get that creeper. Oh, now he's hiding from me. Come on out, creeper. Oh, there's 2 of them. Jeez. 3. Oh my gosh, I just killed one of you guys. Oh, now I'm out of arrows. Okay. Okay, if you hit him fast enough. Okay. Oh my gosh. Try to put up a torch. Now this part isn't as safe. When you just go wandering aimlessly into mines, not as safe as your little staircase and branch mining go. Now he's gonna blow. Oh boy. And the skeleton's still alive. I'm surprised he survived that. Oh, come on. Okay, and if you're fighting, make sure to keep an eye on your hunger bar, because if you take if you take damage, you need to eat. Ah! I love it when they fall from the ceiling. That's how I got killed in hardcore once. You should see my hardcore series by zombies falling from the ceiling. Okay, I'm gonna dig up this lapis here. Might as well get it. Like I said, it's useful now for enchanting items. It makes the enchanting cost fewer experience. And instead it costs lapis and experience. Oh, I think I hear more coming. I'm gonna eat real quick. And we're getting some experience here, too, by doing all this fighting. I'm gonna come back here. Now, you just have to be careful of creepers. They're called creepers for a reason. When you got your back to the wall, or your back to the opening because you're mining, they like to sneak up behind you. Now, right now I'm going to try not to get too far away from my mine because I want to go back up soon, and I don't want to get lost. So I still got one stone pick left. I can get the rest of this coal with. And as long as I stay here, those zombies are going to keep spawning and come down, so keep an eye out. Not just zombies, creepers, and there are certain, equations that calculate how far away they can spawn. They usually won't spawn right on your back, but they can sneak up on you after they spawn. Now, Not Enough Items actually has it's a mod, and it has a little thing that will show you, like, it gives you a grid on your screen if you choose to open it to show you, like where the spawning areas are. Okay, I'm going to save exploring this for another day and head back down here. I'm going to have to do that. Head back into our branch. Now, if you want to, if you're worried about your branches becoming compromised, look, you can put a couple cobble on there. And cobble's good because cobble doesn't usually occur naturally. It usually only occurs naturally if there's a dungeon. So most of the time if you see cobble, you'll know you put it there. So it's easy for me to know, okay, look, there's some cobble with 2 torches on it. I must have put it there for a reason, so there is where my mine is. So I'm gonna... Yeah, now I hear them all above me again. Okay, look, we got 22 iron out of that. I'm gonna leave these down here, but I'm gonna grab the rest of my stuff, as much as I can carry anyway. Yeah, we can get it all. And I'm gonna screenshot these coordinates, or write them down. For now, I'm just gonna screenshot it by hitting F2, and that way I can go look. It'll take a picture and put it in your screenshots folder. You can always go look back at it to see where it was. So, alright, see you later, mine. And maybe later we'll come put some staircase down, especially since we know there's more there to explore. So I think that was a pretty decent haul for just a little bit of mining. And now we have a staircase that we can use in the future. The only thing about putting the stairs up is we'll be 1 block higher, so we'll have to heighten the ceiling by 1 at each spot. So when we put the stairs in, we have to dig out the ceiling a little bit too, so we don't hit our head. And see, we did find some zombies, and so it's a good thing we have our little door here to keep them out of our house. Of course, now we have a tiny house, which half of it has a hole in the floor. So, just for fun, as the last part of this episode, let's make one more thing. I'm going to put some of our stuff in here, and I'll show you how to make something handy. So, and that way all of our floor is not just destroyed by this, our mine. What we can do is use our crafting table and make a trap door. So what I'm going to do is, if you just put 3, you get a slab, but if you put 6 across, you get 2 trap doors out of that. And you just put it on the side of a block and just right click it to open and close. So now if I right click it and open, Now, sometimes these don't play well with ladders, but there we go. Can I get down? Am I stuck? Yeah, there we go. You can do it. Sometimes it just takes a little wiggling. And then you can close it, and it's another layer of protection. Or you can use just the trapdoor and get rid of the door altogether down there. That's one way to do it, and retain your floor, because when you have a staircase here, it takes up quite a bit of the floor space. So, I am Xanderwitch, and I hope you enjoyed this episode on mining. We did do pretty well. We got 6 diamonds, a bunch of lapis. You know, we got redstone, we got iron. We're doing good. So I was glad we made that effort, because now we have some more supplies for later. Later we'll want to go back and get obsidian, but we didn't find any this time. So we can make things like a crafting table, or an enchantment table rather. Yeah, we'll want to make an enchantment table and also another portal. We haven't been to the other dimension of Minecraft yet. So thanks a whole lot for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.